Then we see that the kingdom of God, as it brings light and truth, as these people are persuaded that this is the Messiah, that he had to suffer for us, as they come into the kingdom of Jesus Christ, notice there's not a lot of cheering by the community, is there? They drag Jason and some of the other believers before the city officials, shouting, "These men who have turned the world upside down." We've heard this charge coming through Asia Minor, through Philippi. These people are disturbing the peace. They're upsetting our society, our culture. And they seem to understand something that we still struggle with in America. If you're a Christian, it's got to make a difference in your life, in the communities you live in the world around you. And somehow they understood that. On one hand, again, their claim is absolutely ridiculous. These men are not doing anything to cause turmoil to the government. They're not teaching dangerous or harmful things. They're not hurting children or enslaving people. But in another sense, what they're saying is absolutely true. Jesus is turning the world upside down or right side up. And he's doing it one heart at a time. As he opens up people's hearts, they put their faith in God, their world is changing. And that's the whole problem. In sin, an upside down world looks right side up. And a right side up world looks upside down. Worldliness is sin looking perfectly normal and righteousness looking perfectly strange. When our world is upside down in sin, we follow our own heart. We choose our own truth. We satisfy easily all of our own appetites and desires. We rule our own world. But Jesus came into his world because his world is all the way upside down in sin. And he came to turn it right side up so that we will rightly worship him and not ourselves. We will give and not take. We will love and not hate. We will pursue righteousness and not unrighteousness. We will be ruled by Jesus and not by our sinful desires. And that's how you understand even something like in the book of Matthew, the Beatitudes. What Jesus is setting forth in the Beatitudes is the blueprint of his kingdom, what his church looks like. And when you read it, you go, that is out of this world. Because it's the exact opposite of how the world works. And what we call good and what we call blessed. Jesus says, no, that's how it works, one heart at a time. Turning it right side up. And that's also why when people come to Jesus Christ, the world will be upset. It upsets their power, their politics, their philosophies, their marketing, their money, because they lost another customer. And that's why when you became a Christian, for some of you, you lost friends and people were very frustrated with you when you gave your life to Jesus Christ because they preferred it when you were living upside down in the topsy-turvy world they call right side up. But they were there when Christ did something and came into your heart and he changed you. They saw it and they didn't like it. They wanted to keep you back on the upside down world, but now you have a new king. You have a new mission. You have a new identity and you live in a new reality, the world right side up. So let's ask ourselves a very personal question. Would anyone say this about us honestly? Well, people say, there's those Christians of Claremont, and oh my goodness, wherever they go, God seems to be turning the world upside down. Would anyone say that about us? Would they say, our lives upset the equilibrium of a city, of a workplace, of a community, of a home, our civic institutions, our families? If Christ is truly your Lord, this world right side up thing that he does, it has to make a difference in your life. And it has to spill out into the lives around you. It can't stay private. It can't stay a secret.